Hello. I hope everybody can hear me. How goes it, everybody? So, today I'm going to be going over the history of the shop once again. We're going to be covering 2015 today. So, this is part 4. Part 4, 2015. I hope that my stream is actually functioning. I'm going to wait and see if anybody comes in the chat. According to YouTube, it's waiting for me. So, let's see. And if anybody is watching and wants to say hi in chat, oh no. Oh no.
AI on AWS to
hold on.
Production and scale your business
what in the heck?
To global.
Wow.
With generative AI on AWS,
I don't know where it's coming from.
Push the boundaries of innovation. Your one smart shop.
Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, that was a random ad. Apologies. Okay. Whew. I just am taking a moment to make sure the stream is actually working. And as soon as I verify that, I will move on. Okay, it looks like it is. Alright, perfect. Well, hello everyone. Let me know if the audio is okay or not, or if it needs changed. If you can hear me okay, if you can hear the music in the background okay. This is all copyright-free music, baby, so heck yeah, we're not going to be sharing revenue. Be like $10 I might make from this video. Okay, so I'm going to start out by thanking all of the members on the channel, like I always do. You guys are all amazing. Thank you all so much. I'm just scrolling through you all here. Thank you to everybody who's contributing to the channel. This is amazing. 35, I think, is the most members we've had in a while, so thank you guys. If anybody else wants to be a member, you can click join under any video or up on my main channel page. So there's also, I'm blanking on other things that I'm doing. Oh yeah, I have a Morph Market. You can see right here where my head is pointing. I'm a Morph Market member. So if you would like to see what snakes I have available, and by the way, there's a lot right now, please check it out. Check out my Morph Market. It's going to be linked in the description, but it is not right now because I forgot to do it. But check out my, just look up Sarah's Snake Shop on Morph Market. It's not that hard, y'all. It's really not that hard. Okay, and then remember up at the top, I have a code for Reptilinks, SarahSnake27, if you want to get a discount on some Reptilinks for your reptiles. Or my cats also like to eat it. Don't tell. They're technically not like certified for cat food. However, they are certified for dog food. So if you're looking for a really nice healthy diet for your dog, that's also an option. And if you're curious, again, you can use my code, and they have a $100 money back guarantee. So if you buy it and it doesn't work for you, you can get that first $100 back if it doesn't work. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Oh, I guess I did forget one thing. I actually got my website back from Squarespace. Finally, kind of. It's still not functioning, but finally, I got it back. Finally. It has taken like literally 6 months to get Squarespace to let me have my website back. Also, you can now purchase my book, both of my books, online on Lulu. Again, you can just look up Sarah Mohr, M-O-H-R. You'll be able to find my book on there. And okay, I'm actually going to move on now. Whoopsies. Don't know what that was. Okay, so I'm going to go over all of the clutches that I had in 2015, partially to tell you guys the history of the snake shop, and also to sort of help you guys understand why I did or did not keep certain babies from certain clutches, why I like certain ones, why I didn't, etc., so that you guys can kind of get an idea not only of where my headspace is at now, but also where my headspace was back then, and how projects have changed, and maybe you'll see something that you might like about the project that makes you want to I don't know, get something like that. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you don't buy it from me, but if you do see anything you like, and you're looking to get a snake, obviously I highly recommend corn snakes. And I have quite a few of them available at the moment. Anyway, okay, so we're starting off with 2015 clutch number 19. This was the female. She was a stripe. And I think I bred her to... Dude, I bred everything to my Gold Dust Motley. I'm sure I bred her to my Gold Dust Motley, given all the babies. I don't see a picture. Sometimes I will put a picture of both parents in these albums, but apparently I didn't put a picture of the dad. Which is okay. He's just a Gold Dust Motley. If you want to see what he looks like, you can go back to the last one of these that I did, and you will be able to see all the things that he bred to in 2014, which was also quite a lot. So I bred a Gold Dust Motley to this stripe just to see what we could possibly get, because he was het anery, and so I thought that covers the Amel and Ultra Locust. That also covers anery, and it covers caramel, and it covers the Motley Stripe. So I thought that's a good male to test with. And we actually did get a lot of nice babies. So she apparently was het for both Amel and caramel. And so we got a lot of really nice babies. We got some Gold Dust Motleys and some caramel Motleys, some nice Amel Motleys, Ultra Male Motleys. This was a really nice, fun clutch. I think this was when I really started to feel all the different possibilities that you could get with corn snakes. I didn't really feel it before this. It was there, but it wasn't I don't know. This is when it really hit me that oh, I can get a random snake from some person and get some of these awesome crazy looking babies. So as you can see, there's a lot of these normal Motleys. Now a lot of these were yellow jacket, because that Gold Dust Motley male that I had, he was a yellow jacket. And so this one, I think right here, it is a Motley, but I think this one actually ended up getting kind of yellow because of that yellow jacket. I'm not sure if it was that one or maybe some of the other ones, but either way. So if I was gonna hatch this clutch today, okay, so the mom's a stripe, dad's a Gold Dust Motley. I would definitely be keeping all the Gold Dust Motleys. I think that's probably gonna be a given. I think but that's just for, the sake of having a variety of genetics. So, and this, I remember this pinstripe Motley being super cool. And I think that I did keep this female for a while. I can't remember if I ever bred her, but I remember I had her for a long time. I think, if I recall correctly. So I'm gonna go down. As you go down, they get older. This is after first shed. And then after they'd eaten a few times, started putting them up for sale. This was the time when I would actually sell on Facebook, because it was not against the guidelines at this time, but it is now. So do not sell animals on Facebook. But so I would have to post in these albums, do not contact me for these, because these are gone out of this clutch. So let's see. This is what some of them ended up looking like. Yeah, this was one of them that had that yellow jacket look. It's just a Motley, but it's just a little more yellow than the average Motley. This one, I think it was a male, and that's why I sold it. If I remember correctly, this was an update photo from someone. Oh no, it says female. It says female. I don't know. I feel like if I hatched this clutch now, I'd probably keep her. But again, she is just a butter Motley. It's kind of hard to say, because I have a different mindset than someone else might have. So when I'm breeding, I am either breeding for the most variety, or I am breeding to maybe test out some hets. Or maybe I'm selectively breeding, I want, Okeetees with thicker borders or something. There's different reasons to hold back certain things. And so for this, you could hold back the snake and start your own pinstripe Motley project. That'd be cool. But that's pretty much all you could do. Okay, yeah, here's that female. Now, she was sold, and then she was sold to another person, and then she was sold back to me. That's how that worked. I still don't think I ever bred her, though. I don't remember ever getting a clutch from her. There's a nice email pinstripe starting looking thing. This is also relatively common. Oh, hey, yeah, can't keep them all. How's it going, Bruiser? I think it's your name, Bruiser CB. How's it going? So yeah, I'm just going over all of my clutches from 2015 and talking about why I would or would not sell them if I hatched them today. And also, like, just pointing out things that I like about certain ones. So again, beginning of pinstripe, but if you weren't wanting to do a pinstripe project, again, I don't really see any reason I would have kept that snake. This one, however, I remember I wanted to keep her, but she was a trouble feeder. She would only eat boiled, washed pinky mice. They had to be boiled first and then washed. Okay, you couldn't wash them first and then boil them. No, you had to boil a pinky first and then wash it off with soap and water. Yes, you had to use soap and water, and I had to put her inside of a brown paper bag. A brown paper bag in nothing else. So, like, I had heard of the brown paper bag trick to get babies to eat, which I still don't really think it's much of a trick, but maybe it's like a hack or whatever. And so I started putting baby snakes in brown paper bags if they were trouble feeders, and she was the only one that ever really responded to that. But she responded to it. It did get her to eat, but she was I remember I didn't want to keep her because I was like, this is too much effort. I remember this snake, kind of. I still don't think I'd keep this snake except for these little cool patterns on her sides. I'm starting to do what I'm calling a puzzle motley. So they have these blotches down here that kind of look like puzzle pieces that fit, and this one does not have it. It doesn't have it very well. You can't, it's not like a very good pattern for her, but she could be a good like stepping stone snake to getting that nice puzzle motley look. I am doing well, Bruiser. Thanks for asking. How are you tonight? Caramel motley. Yep, that's what that is. Yeah, I don't have any regrets selling the ones that I sold, I don't think. This was an update photo. Yeah, here's that one yellow jacket that kind of got that brownish color. Yeah, there's one of that. That motley is so cool. I think if I hatched this same clutch today, I'd keep her because of her cool motley pattern. I would probably use her in that puzzle motley project. Yeah, these are update photos from the people who bought them. I like to get update photos. So yeah, I guess the only thing I might do if I hatch this clutch today, again, is hold back some, like a gold dust. Or, yeah, I guess that'd have to be it. At first I opened this up and I was like, why did I sell all these snakes? And then now I'm looking back at it and I'm like, I kind of understand why I sold them all. Like, these two would have been good in like a pinstripe project, but that's about it. This one was a trouble feeder. I didn't really need or care to keep any caramel motleys or regular motleys from this clutch, or butter motleys. So yeah, it's a great looking clutch. Even today, I don't think I would have much reason to keep them except for some of the cool motley patterns that came out of it. That might be the only thing. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next clutch. So this is clutch 2015 number 20. So this is when I actually started breeding projects that were long term. So this was around the time when I started testing Halo for the first time. And so I took a female, interesting music. I just have like random music on in the back and sometimes I laugh at it. Sorry, I'm still laughing at it. Okay. This music is going to be so distracting. Okay, I can get past it. I can get past it. So I was testing to see if Halo was recessive or not. You said our Groovy Godfrey is doing great. Oh, that's awesome. You're better. Yeah. Oh, she's so sweet. That's awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so happy Snaky's doing well. Yeah, so I was testing Halo to see if it was recessive, and what I did was I took a female that did not show Halo, but had produced halos with my gold dust, and I also had I bred her to a male that had produced halos. Let me see if there's a picture of the sire. No? Okay, well, the sire was an A-male that basically looked like this, only an adult. The sire was just an A-male for Anery. But he had also produced halo babies with a different female. And so we thought, if it's recessive and we breed these two together, then we will get some halos. And so we hatched a whole bunch of snows and A-males, which was very nice to have a mix of both, because halo shows up on young snows way before it shows up easily to see, at least on A-males. So it was nice to have a group of snows. I raised them up for a while, not a single halo. And so this clutch was really when we began to determine that halo was recessive, or not recessive. We started to think it was either dominant or complete dominant. Or incomplete dominant. This music is distracting me. I hope this song... Okay, I think that song is over. It's just like random, non-copyright whatever music. And I never really know what's gonna happen. Wait, what is this song? Oh, I just called it YouTube music. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Okay, so... I still wouldn't probably keep any babies from this clutch. But I 100% think that this was the smartest possible breeding that I could have done at this time. Because I would not have probably proven Halo out as soon as I did. It would have been pushed back at least 1 year if I hadn't done this breeding. So I still wouldn't keep any of them. I remember this egg. This baby, like, this egg was super weird. This egg, I don't know. It was just so weird. But the baby that came out of it was fine. Big fat babies. So yeah, I wouldn't keep any from this clutch necessarily, but let this be a good lesson to anyone who might ever want to prove out a mutation. Don't just sell off ones that don't visually have the mutation always right away, because that mutation might be something that's carried instead. And oh shoot, okay, I just hit something, but you don't want to miss it. So yeah, I thought I was going to be really profound there, and it didn't really work, but you know what I mean. Keep possible hets is what I'm saying, because I've sold some possible hets from some projects that I really wish that I had kept right now. Okay, so the next one, 2015-22. If any of these numbers seem messed up, there were some clutches that were slugged out that year that got a number but are not going to show up here. So if these aren't in order, yeah, like this one is missing 21, but that's because 21 was just a slug out clutch. So just like don't worry about the clutch numbers too much. Alright, so this was a pair that I bought from, I believe, if I remember correctly, Rich Hume. Like right before he retired. And he just said they were lavender pinstripe motlies. And that's it. And what I ended up hatching, to my surprise, they were also both het stripe. And they were also both het A-male. And they were also both het hypo. So we got a very nice mix of like nice hypo pinstripe lavenders. Like, look at how freaking beautiful this snake is. This was actually a male that I held back. Like, I mean, that's why I have a photo of him at this age. Now, I remember there was a time when I had to move, and I just couldn't keep all the projects I had, and lavender has always been the first to go. Anytime that I have built up the snake collection, and if there's ever been a time when I have to cut a project out for whether it's financial reasons or time or whatever, lavender is almost always the first one I cut out. Anything lavender. So, do not have this anymore, but this was a very fun clutch. And I also bred that male to a different female. Yeah, okay, so I bred him to this caramel motley female that I got from somebody. And she was also het stripe. And she was also a het hypo. And she was also het for ultra. So we had quite a confusing mix of ultramel motley, like ultramels and hypos, and motleys and stripes. Oh my. You know, like, I think that, like, this is a hypo ultramel stripe. Oh, hey, Tesseracraft, how's it going? You haven't missed a whole lot. I'm going through talking about, all my past clutches and which ones I would keep if I, hatched them today, and, you know, whatever. Just, like, also hanging out. And anybody's welcome to ask questions as well. You said you're loving the look of your lavender Sunkissed? Yeah, you're still alive, buddy. We're still here. Oh, hey, Chris. There's my husband, everyone. Let's see. You said she's a Sunkissed plasma. That sounds so cool. Okay, so that's awesome. That sounds like a beautiful snake. Plasma in general is so cool, but then when you add Sunkissed, those colors just pop. So, this clutch, look at this freaking cool stripe that came out of this too. This is an update photo from the girl who bought this one for me. Yeah, Kelly Hart Brown. There you go. I loved this clutch. I wish so badly that I still had these snakes, but I don't anymore. But if I hatched this clutch today, okay, let me think. So we have caramel. We have caramel, stripe, lavender, hypo, and ultramel. So I would want something that has the majority of those things. So I would probably be keeping, I would definitely be keeping any that look like this. Like anything that's striped. Isn't this picture cool though? It's like halfway shedding. It's like halfway done with its very first shed. I just thought this was a really neat picture. Because he just was curled up, just all cute like that. I think that if I was going to... I would definitely keep any of the stripey ones. I think this is a hypo stripe. Or something. I think it's a hypo stripe. I don't think it's a hypo ultramel stripe. And I don't think it's an ultramel at all. I think it's just a hypo stripe. I just think this is a really cool clutch. But yeah, I'd definitely be keeping like this one and this one. Maybe some of the nice pinstripe motleys that are definitely hypo and or ultramel. This one looks really cool. I think this one was probably a hypo ultramel motley. I can definitely see that being hypo ultramel motley. Let's see. Sorry, I'm missing chat. I'm one thing at a time. She's also het caramel. Ooh, she maybe worked into the Sundust project. That would be so cool. Okay, so Sundust. Hold on, let me think. So she's het caramel. That's a lot. That's gonna be such a cool combo. Writing the documentation, loads of fun. Everything is going great with me. Thank you for asking. First breeding going to be to a Peach Plasma Tessera. Nice, nice. I was just talking about Peach today because I have some mystery clutches that hatched out this year, and I don't really know what's going on. You like the striped lavender? Oh my gosh, the striped lavender is so cool. Okay, you've been sick this week? Well, yeah, I hope that you're feeling better. Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm not missing any chat. And I'm sorry if there's a latency in chat as well. I'm doing my best. Okay. So yeah, I definitely would... I don't even want to say I would definitely... Like, this one looks so cool. This one is something... Like, I would almost say that's a crimson. I mean, it's definitely a hypo motley. But, like, it definitely has a little bit of that Miami-looking vibe. Yeah. I think that you'd be hard-pressed to get me to get rid of a lot of these today, because I think this would have been such a cool project to actually follow through on, and I kind of regret not following through on it. Especially, like, that snake is so pretty, and, like, imagine that with these little dots. Look at these little dots. Something like that with like caramel and lavender and hypo and whatever else was going on and all that. Ultra. Just looks really cool. Okay, so now you kind of have an idea of what I would do with this clutch. I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, so I actually did end up keeping some from this clutch, I believe. Oh yeah, Chris keeping you company? Good, I'm glad. Thanks, Chris. Okay, so this is Flair. He was my very first horn snake, the red one here. And so I definitely wanted to hold back some of his babies. She only gave me this kind of tiny clutch at first, and then she double clutched later, which we'll look at. I did keep this female, and this is Pyra, and I bred her a few years later, which we will look at, but this was kind of what she looked like as a teenage snake right here. If I hatch this clutch today, I don't know if I'd really keep any. Maybe some of these really, like this bright colored snake. Maybe some of these with like these wild zigzags. Because there's some crazy zigzagging going on there. Been liking the... Wait, hold on. I don't have my freaking glasses on. I have been liking the look of Amel Hetzender. Yeah, it's definitely kind of like that bright Miami-ish looking look. Trying to eat a lot of hot and spicy soup to clean out your sinuses. I feel that. That's my favorite thing to do when I'm sick, is eat a ton of spicy soup. Okay, well, I probably still wouldn't keep any, but that's just me. Like, it's not that they're not good-looking snakes. If you wanted a zigzag project, this one would be good for a zigzag project. I've never really had a passion for having a zigzag project. The zigzags that I have produced have all been just kind of by random. People seem to like them, but I'm indifferent to them. These are some nice colors on these snakes. I just don't know. I mean, they're all just like... I might keep like a female out of this if I hatched it today. Like an anery female. But that would probably be it. Yeah. But again, it's not that they're not worth holding back. It's that I just wouldn't care to do it. Okay, so this was another very important breeding for the Halo project. This female, the female's mom was a wild caught. The female's dad was a regular snow. So this was again us testing for if Halo was recessive. Here, let me see. You hatched out a lot of zigzag projects this year. Dude, good luck. Good luck with that project. A lot of people have a lot of really cool and interesting success with zigzag projects. It just never stuck for me. Okay, so this was again to determine like if Halo was recessive or not, and I don't know. I don't remember exactly how this helped, but it did help because we found out at least that Halo is dominant. So I guess it was kind of like we knew that she was not going to be carrying Halo, was essentially it. She was a wild line female that we knew was not going to carry Halo if Halo was recessive, or even if it was dominant but you couldn't see it in because of the melanin on the borders. So this was just to pretty much determine if it was dominant or incomplete dominant, and we did find out by this breeding, pretty much this was what really made me believe that it was incomplete dominant at the very least. Oh, hey Princess Scary, how's it going? I am talking about some of the clutches I've hatched in the past, and if I were to hatch the same clutches today, which ones would I keep and why? Which ones would I sell for sure and why? And also just like maybe it'll help anybody who is breeding snakes, see traits in the snakes that they hatch and go, oh, Sarah thought that this looked cool on her snake, so maybe I'll hold back this snake for my project and see if it's something that I want to do a project for, if that makes sense. So, Red Factor Halo Snows are very popular. Yes, they are, which is basically just this classic coral snow. That's literally just OG coral snow vibe is all that is. Also, if the music is too loud or too quiet or too anything, just let me know. I'm just playing music that YouTube won't demonetize me for. Oops, sorry. Alarm. Okay, so this, again, was a halo snow to a female that was het snow, but we know did not have any halo in her background. And we did hatch some nice halos, and then also some non-halos. This was a female halo from, or no, I'm sorry, this is a male halo from this clutch that I sold to Steve Lance. Don't know where he is now. This was a female classic. I just thought her colors were very smooth and clean. She's almost Okati, like she's kind of Okati. You don't hear any music? It's so loud on my end. Hello, Phoenix. How's it going? I'm sorry that you can't hear the music. It's very loud for me, unfortunately. But as long as it's not too loud, I guess. I guess that's kind of the point. Okay. So I don't know if let's see. Let me just take a quick gander at what we got. I think that I probably would hold back all of the snows. Just to make sure that cuz like a lot of times I was like, "Oh, it's a halo. I don't need it." And so I just sell it. But sometimes I kind of wish that I hadn't just jumped on immediately selling some of these snakes. Again, some really cool zigzaggy looking things going on some of these snakes. And one of them hatched with only one eye. We called him One-Eyed Willie. Here he is from the top right after his first shed. Don't mind the poop, it just is what it is. But yeah, you can see he's missing an eye. I gave him away as a pet to one of my friend's friends. Oh yeah, and this was a really cool looking like reverse Okati. I don't know, as far as what I would keep, again, if you wanted to do any kind of Aztec project, a lot of these babies would be great. And this snake is the one I'll kind of show you. This is her as a baby, and then this is her as an adult. So she really colored up really, really well. Okay, so let me see if I missed any chat. Hello, it's Lowell, that's fine. Cool. Let's see. Oh, hey, Valerie, how's it going? Okay, hi. Alright, awesome. Thanks for being in chat, guys. This is great. Also, you guys are welcome to ask any questions or, like, anything like that while I'm live. Like, feel free if you have any Corn Snake questions while I'm live. That's what I'm here for. So, and I only have 2 more clutches to talk about in 2015. So if you got questions, now's the time to ask. I also really liked this really super bright A-Male. I saw pictures of him when he was older. I can't tell. Are these the same snake? They're not the same snake. I think this is the one, though, that I'm thinking about. He just got so bright. I don't think, maybe this is him? Yeah, he got so bright. Or she, and it is a halo. I don't know. Yeah, it's a boy. But it's a halo A-Male. Super cool looking. Okay. 2 more clutches to go. So this was the Gold Dust Motley that I had bred the year prior to a Lavender Motley. And this year, I think I bred her to another Gold Dust Motley, or maybe an Ultramel. Must have been an Ultramel. Yeah, I bred her to an Ultramel Okati this year. And there were some nice results. We got some really nice Ultras and Ultramels. I would definitely keep, like, this one if I hatch this today. I really think that snake looked really nice. Which was an Ultra. So you can see the difference between Ultra and Ultramel here. So the Ultra is much darker around the borders. And this is before the first shed, too. So you could tell the difference immediately after hatching. This one was an Ultra. She's much darker. This one's an Ultramel. He's much lighter. And we also had an Ultra Caramel and a Gold Dust. It's hard for me to tell which is which. This one I know is the Ultra Caramel belly, and this is the Gold Dust belly. Ultra Caramel on this side, Gold Dust on this side. This, I think, was the Gold Dust? I can't remember. Let's see. So I'd probably keep, like, the Gold Dust and the Ultra Caramel. Yeah, okay, so here is male Ultra Caramel and female Gold Dust. Yeah, you can just, her colors are just so much brighter. So that was cool. I probably would have kept that pair and also the Ultramel and Ultra pair, because I just don't think there's enough just regular Ultras in the world, honestly. There's not much else other than if you wanted to take this and put it into an Ultramel Okati project, because the sire of this was an Ultramel Okati. But as far as like any others that I would hold back for a project, I would just want to keep like the Ultras, because I think that the world needs more Ultras. And like I could produce Ultras, I just don't, and I don't know why. For some reason I don't feel like it's productive to breed two Ultramels together. But if I had two Ultras, then I would breed Ultras together. So I don't know. I know it doesn't make sense. Not everything makes sense. Most of the things I do don't make sense, in fact. But yeah, so you can kind of see the difference. Like this is the Ultra Caramel up here, and the Ultramel Caramel. You can see this has a much lighter pupil, darker pupil. So yeah, just a cool lesson on the visual differences between the Ultra and the Ultramel at hatching. Okay, next. This one, to answer the question, this is the one I would keep if I was going to keep one. Last clutch of 2015 was a double clutch. So this female, I know that I mentioned earlier, she gave me, the very first clutch that she laid was only like 5 or 6 eggs. Bred Ultra to Ultramel. I should, and I haven't. I haven't. And so she double clutched, and so we got even more flare line babies. But these, I don't know why, these just hit different, and it makes me wonder if maybe the first batch were retained sperm or something. I don't know. But we got these really cool, this is the first time that we hatched out our flare line anery masks. That definitely have like a distinct look to them in comparison to the average anery mask. So here's one as a yearling. I have many others, but this is a sort of typical washout fade of an anery mask from the flare line. So I would say like, yeah, like here, I think this is that same snake. It's either, maybe, no, this is one that I held back for a while. This is one that I sold, and it is, let me show you him as a baby. It's crazy that I remember all of these. Like, I remember almost every single snake. Where's that mask as a baby? Is it you? You. Yeah, so there's that anery mask there, and then he lightened up quite a lot. So yeah, if you like that look, we have flare line anery masks. And I think that that's probably the only one, those are the only ones I would probably keep. I would probably just keep more of those anery masks, because I like the way that those look. And this one looked really cool, but he had a kink. But he had like super cool, like just an overall really neat look to him, I think. But he had a kink in him, so I gave him away to a friend as a pet. There was some nice colors in these babies. This was one that I kept. And her name's Pyra. I do not have her now, but I have a ton of her babies and grandbabies. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, they do lighten a lot. They really can. Okay, let's see. I think that's all of our clutches for 2015. So does anybody else have any questions or comments? I'm gonna bring up the photo of the nice anery mask that inspired me to continue to make flare line anery masks. And I still do to this day. I have an anery mask male that I breed every year. Well, I say I breed every year. I've only bred him the last 2 years, maybe, because he's only like 3 or 4 years old. Okay. This was great. This was awesome. I'm probably gonna get off now. It's been about 40 minutes. The last time I streamed, it was also about 40 minutes. And so I think this is perfect. It's perfect timing. Thank you all for being in the chat. You guys are awesome. So thanks. I'm going. I'm trying. Okay, so I'm gonna blah 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 blah. Don't. I can't talk. Thanks, Bruiser, and thank you, Tesseracraft. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Princess Scary. Thank you, Phoenix. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Have fun on your Friday.